Hey guys, it's Hoppa here with Hoppa's Hip Tips, special edition. I'm sorry that I didn't upload a video yesterday. I just was having a crazy day. I had a couple kids at the dentist most of the day, and it just didn't happen. So fear not, I will be back later today with another EFC episode. But for now, I just wanted to hit a couple of these news items here. I'm sorry I failed to do these when they first dropped, but here's my take on the EFC 21 ban list. So this is 2 of 3. I guess they're gonna have another one next week too. So basically, I like what they say here, that they'd like every clan to have access to 6 2-stars, 6 3s, 5 4s, and 5 5s. I think that's a good goal. I think that'd go a long way towards making things more competitive or whatever, making things more even. But anyway, let's just look at these. Let's look at these bans basically, and really it just affects Z Palace pretty much. And maybe Bullet Arena, I don't know. Mostly Z Palace, it looks like. So first of all, Sentinels, they get Flinch and Morgan back, okay, and they lose Tommy and Luke. I don't know if that's. I don't know what to think about that. I didn't use Tommy and Luke a whole lot. I know Luke was was used quite a bit. He's an 8-3, so I don't think Tommy was used that much, but maybe he was. I don't know. Flinch and Morgan, obviously Morgan's a DR card, so that's helpful. Flinch is just kind of a stop card. I don't think he's that great generally. Well, I don't know. I mean, he's a 6-5 with the Sentinel's bonus. So I don't know whether to call this a nerf or a buff, really. But there you go. It is what it is. Next, uppers lose Grady Mag, and they get Kazayan. So I want to call that a buff, to be honest, because I mean Kazayan's a good card. He's immune to DR. He doesn't have a conditional ability. Grady Mag, or he's not immune to DR, I guess I should say. It affects him less than it does Grady Mag, for example. She's just straight damage, and she has a conditional ability. So I think that's a good buff for uppers. So then Sacrum gets Engrath and Miss Stella back, and they lose Zebas and Taurus. Again, I think that's definitely a buff. I don't think anyone uses Zebas. He's pretty lame. Plus, he and Taurus are both conditional cards, whereas Engrath and Miss Stella are unconditional, so you can use them whenever. And they're just good cards. Engrath's a good card. Miss Stella's a good card, so that's a good buff for Sacrum. Then we got Karen in for All Stars, is it? And they lose Weifang. So I think I want to call that a downgrade. Weifang is a 5-star. Karen's just a 3, and she has that. She has a stop ability, so she's not. I don't think she's the greatest card. Weifeng was okay against SOA anyway, because he had what's his ability again? It's like it's protection, right? Yeah, he had protection power. So so he was good against SOA anyway, right? So getting Karen, who's also good, a good card against SOA. I don't think trading a 5 for a 3-star is that great. So I would say that's definitely a downgrade. But then again, I'd have to look at, like, which 20 cards do they have in Z Palace? Did they have too many 5s or something? You know what I mean? If so, maybe that was a way to, balance their 5s a little bit. So Berserk gets La Bestia back in place of Bernie. Or no, sorry, Bernie comes in, and La Bestia is out. Bernie's a decent 2-star, and La Bestia isn't that great of a 5-star. So again, this might be balancing the number of 5s and 2s they have. But really, I mean, I don't want to look at all the options they have in Z Palace right now. So on the surface, I would say, I don't know. I could go either way on that one. So Geist loses Reiger and Dr. Ergo, or Dr. Ergo, as the case may be. Both of those are pretty decent cards. So who did they get? They got Wardham and Elke instead. So again, that looks like they're just kind of balancing the cards in that clan. Like maybe they had too many 4-stars, so they're giving them a 5 and a 2 to balance that out. I think Wardham and Elke are both decent cards. I think Reiger and Dr. Ergo are great too. So I think they're just maybe balancing that clan a little bit. Frozen gets Yod back, and they lose. Who are they losing? Oh, they lose Mahimata and get Yod. Yod's a decent 2. Mahimata's a decent 3. Again, I think they're just trying to balance out the cards there in those clans. When they're not a 1-to-1 kind of thing, I think that's what they're doing, is just balancing the clan a little bit. So where they're getting a 2 and losing a 3, I think that's basically what's going on there. But where it's something like Tommy and Luke for Flinch and Morgan, you know what I mean? That's a 3 and a 2 for a 3 and a 2. So that's more of like, I think that's less balancing and more like maybe, buffing, like a buff or a debuff to the clan. So Fang Pi gets, let's see, they lose Shizawa, who, did anyone use him? Probably not. And they get Kusuri, who is a great card. Everyone uses Kusuri. So, and I doubt very many people use Shizawa. So, I'd say that's a buff for Fang Pi. Again, they probably had too many 5-stars or something like that, so they're just taking one out and replacing it with a 2. Huracan got La Iguana is gone, and El Matador is back in. El Matador is an amazing card. La Iguana, not so much. So that's definitely a buff for Huracan. Let's see. Jungo loses Ashiko and gets Bridge. So that's, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Ashiko, but I know a lot of people used her. But again, I think Bridge is a pretty decent card, and I don't think I'd say that's a buff for Jungo overall. But again, it looks like they're just trying to balance the number of 4s and 2s in that clan. Montana loses Lorenzo, and they gain, who do they gain? Tino. So that's good. I think that's a buff for them. I don't think anyone used Lorenzo that much, did they? He's conditional, I think, and what's his name? Tino's a decent 5-star. Go away. All right. Next, we got who do we have here? So, Baba, or Baba, as I always call him Baba because I just think he has a really lame name. But Piranhas get Baba and Puff back. So that's a 3 and a 2, and they lose. Who do they lose? They lose Kusto and Rakan. I don't think Rakan was ever used that much. Kusto's pretty decent, but they have they have what's his face now, the shark guy with the -4 DR. So I don't think they really need Kusto for DR much anymore. I think Puff and Baba are both decent, I guess. Puff's good. I don't like Baba that much myself, but that's just me. It just looks like they're doing some balancing there for Pirans. Let's see, Ivana and Tuck. So Roots, Roots got Ivana and Tuck, and they lose Nastanovics and Kurlix. So I'd say that's an overall buff, probably. Kurlix is an amazing card. Nastanovics, not so much, but Tuck and Ivana are great. Oh, wait a second. Ivana. Oh, that's a Pussycat, isn't it? Duh. They're getting Ivana? That's interesting. Oh, that's Ivana. Okay, I get it. So let me go back on that for a second. So, okay, so they're losing Meow and getting Ivana in Pussycats. That's just a balancing move, it looks like. I don't think anyone used Meow all that much, and I doubt anyone's going to use Ivana all that much either, to be honest. But they probably had too many 5s, and they just needed to rebalance that. So Roots, now we're back to Roots. Roots gets Tuck and Craho back, and they lose Nastanovics and Kurlix. So Kurlix is an awesome card, but so is Tuck. And Craho is so-so. Nastanovics is meh. So it looks like they're just doing some balancing there. And then we've got Daniela leaving Skeels, and they're getting Dr. Falkenstein back, and that's decent. They're both really similar cards, so it just looks like a balancing move there. I don't know. Is Falkenstein better? I mean, he's a mono card. I think he's better overall, but he's also a mono card, so that kind of forces Skeels a little more mono in Z Palace. And last but not least, we have Serena. Serena in for Fanny, Uluwatu's. So they lose Fanny. She's a good 2-star. Serena is an okay 5-star. I don't think she's that great, but she's okay. And that's probably just another balancing move. So there you go there. Let's go back now to, I wanted to look at the community event. And I think we'd be better off just going here. So let's look at the latest community event really quickly. And so we're already like a day into this, I guess. I finished the pills gift, which is 55 cryptos, and then there's also the life gift solo mission, which I forget what that gives you. I think it's Clint's or something, like, I don't know, 5,000 Clint's, something like that. So these aren't like really amazing solo missions that give you amazing stuff, but you know, they're decent. You may as well do them, and get your free cryptos and your free Clint's. So we are on our way to 1,000,000 damage. Again, I don't know how far we'll get. I think we got to the 5 million mark last time around. And this time you can get double damage in with Crook. So that might help get us a little further, but I imagine we'll probably get to around the 5 million mark, maybe just 3 million. I don't know. We only have 3 days. So we only have the weekend to do this one. Whereas on the last one, they gave us like the weekend and a whole week practically to finish the last one. So I'd be surprised if we get to 5 million. We'll see. But what are the prizes? Let's see. So at 5 million, it's a random uncommon, and 3 million random uncommon. So we'll probably get somewhere in there. And that's pretty much all there. So if you want to do tons of damage, use Crook in your decks this weekend. I'm using him in my Elo deck, and so look for that later today when I play EFC. But now I want to go to the app really quick and just share a couple things I noticed there, which were kind of interesting. There's a special pack, so let's go there real quick. Hey fellas, so here we are. We're back on the app here, and I just noticed that I was looking at the news over here, and I noticed that it says free pack and crypto boost offer, and I read the article, and I'm like, it doesn't say anything about free packs or cryptos. So I was like, let's go to the shop, and lo and behold, look at that. There's a special pack here. So I'm like, oh sweet, what's that? So let's open it, right? Let's open this pack. I don't know. It's a gift. You get 10 characters, 1 rare guaranteed, no doubles. And this is the list of potential guys you can get. And so yeah, let's check this out, baby. So here we are. Kenji Noel, PR Hyde. Shut up. Yeah, a lot of Noel cards, I guess. Oh, there's Lee Long. That's pretty sweet, I guess. Praxi. Praxi was a decent skills card for a long time. He's kind of been replaced by better cards lately. Lucky and Sparkle. Okay. So I don't know if that's like in conjunction with the tree, or if it's just a special pack for like getting the app, maybe. I don't know. But that's pretty sweet. I'll take free stuff. And now on the titanium pack here, if you buy 2, you get 3,500 cryptos. That's a sweet deal. That is a dang sweet deal. I would totally buy that if I had enough credits, but I don't, so I'm not going to. But But I would definitely do that offer if you can afford it, because that's sweet. Anytime you can pick up cryptos, that's the first cryptos promotion that we've gotten on packs, so I like that. And no, I can't pick up. I guess I can't pick up that twice. But anyway, join me later today for some more hot EFC action. Like and subscribe, and I will see you then, guys. Thanks.